Manipur reports 169 fresh COVID-19 confirmed cases today. Tally of confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur reaches 3,635. Primary health center at Laimapokpam has been sealed until further notice after 4 doctors and 1 nurse tested positive for COVID-19. India reports 61,537 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 42,518. And 16 athletes from Manipur included among the 258 players shortlisted for Mission Olympic for India. Kurumjari, good evening. You are watching Saturday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. And I'm Victoria Rajkumari with you. Our top stories this evening. Confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 3,635, out of which 1,697 are active cases and recoveries are 1,927. Death toll has reached 11. In the past 24 hours, 169 people have tested positive for COVID-19, out of which 75 are from general population and 94 are personnel of Central Armed Police Force. 28 samples were tested positive at BRDL RIMS, 122 at Jenims, 5 at Imphal West RAT, 1 at Babina Diagnostic, 4 at District Hospital Churachandpur, 6 at District Hospital Chandal, 3 at District Hospital Ukhrul. Infected persons are 25 from Imphal West, 2 from Thoubal, 6 from Chandal, 21 from Bishnupur, 7 from Imphal East, 4 from Churachandpur, 7 from None and 3 from Ukhrul. Out of the general population, only 4 from None are returnees, while the remaining 71 have no significant travel history. They have been shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. In the past 24 hours, 1 person was discharged from Jenims after recovery. This report is as of 5 p.m. today. Primary Health Center at Laimapokpam in Bishnupur district has shut down until further notice after 4 doctors and 1 nurse tested positive for COVID-19. According to Impact News sources, Chief Medical Officer of Bishnupur district, Dr. L. Gozendro, released the order of closing the PHC following 5 staffs of PHC tested COVID-19 positive. The infected staffs are shifted at COVID Care Center of UNACO School, Maitram. The order also appealed all the patients who got treated in the hospital from August 2nd to 7th to undergo quarantine at their respective homes, stay in isolation and to submit their names to District Health Society. Preventive measures are also taken up at Laimapokpam village following the incident. People who were in contact with the positive doctors and nurse will start getting tested from Monday onwards. Imphal city bore a deserted look on the second day of the extended lockdown and curfew implemented in the state. Vehicles including emergency services were seen less on roads today. Shops selling essential commodities opened from 8 a.m. till 12 noon after the government's relaxation. However, clothing stores and other private outlets remained closed. Opening rate of medical stores and pharmacies were also low. State police patrol units are being stationed at strategic locations in the city to keep a strict vigil to prevent any untoward incidents. Local clubs, made up IB groups, are extending cooperation to the authorities in ensuring that people obey the lockdown restrictions. One city police personnel, being a frontline warrior who was also tested negative for COVID-19, has been facing social stigma due to false rumors by the local residents that he was tested positive for COVID-19. The police personnel is KH Roman from Awang Sekmai Bazaar. KH Roman and his family members said their family members are denied entering at local shops in their localities owing to the false rumors. The rumors spread after one police personnel of city police was tested positive for COVID-19. Following the incident, as per protocol of the government, he even went through COVID-19 test and resulted negative. He lamented over people stigmatizing him and his family. He urged people not to spread hoax news and instead encourage frontline warriors. He further appealed authorities concerned to look into the matter at the earliest. Publicity Secretary of Latsi Club in Uripok Sanam Laikai, R.K. Bobby, highlighted the plights facing people of the area in the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. He lamented that local MLA cum Deputy Chief Minister Yomnam RAJKUMARI failed to look into the inconveniences of the people. He asserted that no precautionary measures have been taken up in the area against COVID-19. R.K. Bobby appealed to the Chief Minister.
Uripok Assembly Constituency ki hoji Manipur ki Deputy Chief Minister ki famju paibiriba Honorable MLA na karigumba wahay amata phondok piradaba amadi ma ki maikai dagi section thorang amata lokat pidaba se akoi gi line tho mudon development section of youth let's see Uripok Sinam Laikai gi maikai dagi thamoi sokna nungai jade loina na akoi gi laibiriba hoji sarkar paibiriba koi Honorable Chief Minister amadi lengang asina hairiba containment zone mangjong na lauthokraba Laikai asibu tawaya Ngairambam
village in Imphal West district have been carrying out sanitization process for their residents and people entering from outside the village as a part of the precautionary measures against COVID-19. Local clubs of Ngairambam took off the initiative following declaration of containment zone of the neighboring areas. People's Task Force for COVID-19 and Ngaikong Kulen Youth Club jointly organized one-day awareness program on COVID-19 at Kulen Community Hall today. Chairman of Indian Red Cross Society Manipur State Branch, Dr. Y. Mohan, spoke at the event. He appealed to people to refrain from blocking roads, instead wear face masks and maintain social distancing norms. Ngaikong Kulen Youth Club, along with People's Task Force for COVID-19, assured to take up preventive measures against COVID-19 at the area. A team led by CAF and PD Department, DSO L. Ibotombi and Department Inspector Haubam Bobi has booked staff of Imo Filling Oil Pump at Singjumai Yumnam Laikai for selling fuel without approval of the department during the lockdown. Miscreants involved in selling fuel illegally have been handed over to Imphal West OC Ingocha. Speaking on the sidelines, Haubam Bobi warned of action against such perpetrators. He also appealed to both oil pump staffs and customers to obey government's SOPs to ward off COVID-19. A team led by Imphal East District Police SP Jogesh Chandra Haubijam along with Andro Village Chief and Secretary of All Andro Youth Club held a meeting at Andro Makalaikai Maihofam to ban selling of liquor and other intoxicants items in Andro area under Imphal East District today. The meeting took the decisions to ban selling of intoxicants items amid COVID-19 pandemic. Rongmei Naga Students Organization Manipur claimed that the recent incident where a pregnant woman from Puji village died after she was denied treatment at various hospitals proves the failure of health department. The organization president, RAJKUMARI, in a press release mentioned that the recent incident is a shame for the medical fraternity. Appreciating the government for forming a committee to probe into the matter, he asserted that it is high time to bring changes in the prevailing situation to avoid such incident in the future. Kabui Mothers Association Kama, in a press release, also strongly condemned the incident where a pregnant woman from Puiji village died after she was denied treatment at various hospitals in Imphal. The press release appealed the government to award befitting punishment to all those involved in the unfortunate incident. All Andhra Youth Clubs Organization, All Andhra Government Employees Association, the Eastern Scheduled Caste Students Union Andhra, Andhra Pana Loishang and All Andhra Mairapaibi Association destroyed cigarettes worth 5 lakh rupees brought at the wee hours. The two miscreants who brought illegal wind cigarette are 21-year-old Mohammad Atiq, son of Muhammad Rahman from Kiamgai Awang Laikai, and 24-year-old Buyamayum Aboy, son of Buyamayum Jiauddin from Hiangthang Palak. According to Impact News sources, 1,500 packets of wind cigarettes were brought in an Alto car from Kasong Khulin in Kamjong district. The seized items were destroyed by Kada members, Andhra Club members and Mairapaibi at Andhra Mihatpung Lamhang around 10 this morning.
Sirupsi haksang da zahar oiba aduga toxic oiba maikhugi karigi problem adu nana matam si dan leina laisa siga sumari leina na sumaina chathok chachin lambi da nisagi polam puba su akhoi gi khungi khulakpa loisang na su lambi sida pudana ba de akhoi si chathok tana ba haiba wafam ama su leina na maram oiraga asingumba athingba se leiba marak sida purakpagi habani.
Members of Ningol Club Hairok carried out poster campaign demanding to hand over the drug case of former Chandal ADC chairman Lukasejo to CBI at Hairok Part 2, Mayai Laikai today. The campaign started since August 2nd. Taking part in the poster campaign, a club member said drug traffickers who were arrested with huge amount of drugs should be punished in order to make war on drugs initiative taken up by the government successful. It's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on updates on coronavirus cases. We'll be back with the details after the break. Keep watching Impact News.
Ichabu mahitam hanba haibasi mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudoni. Slopland Public School, biggest and the finest residential school, Manipur gi oina lemjuningai oiraba, mahei tampam ama oiriba, khwaidigi junaraba mafamda semgatlaba, CBSE the affiliate toba higher secondary school oiri. Icha singbu admission to widana mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudol oibiu, ichagi phazabalam chat sajati ahongbadu ubiu, Slopland Public School Khongjom.
Welcome back. You're watching the Saturday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. India has reported a spike of 61,537 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Death toll has reached 42,518. On the positive note, total recoveries from COVID-19 in the country surpassed the 14 lakh mark today. A total of 14,27,005 people have recovered so far. The recovery rate has improved to around 68.32%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the country's total confirmed cases have crossed 20 lakh, out of which 6,19,088 are active cases. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research said that a record of 5,98,778 tests were conducted by various laboratories yesterday. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 1 crore 95 lakh people. Above 7,24,857 people have died, and recoveries are above 1 crore 25 lakh. USA is on the top with more than 23 lakh 15,000 active cases, followed by Brazil and India. Now updates on coronavirus cases in Northeast region. Total active cases of COVID-19 in the northeast states, including Manipur, are currently above 23,000 mark. Assam's total active COVID-19 cases are 16,552 active cases. Arunachal Pradesh's active cases are 720. Nagaland's active cases are nearing 2,000. Tripura's total active COVID-19 cases are 1,826. There are 270 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 447 in Sikkim and 594 in Meghalaya. Health Ministry has asked states and union territories to take up coronavirus testing of grocery shop workers, vegetables and other vendors. Secretary Health Ministry Rajesh Bhushan also stressed the need for operationalizing ambulance transport system with oxygen facility and quick response mechanism. He underlined that refusal rate of ambulances must be monitored at a daily basis and brought down to zero. He said the primary aim is to control outbreaks, especially in new locations, and to save lives at all cost. He stressed on enhanced surveillance for influenza-like illness and severe acute respiratory illness, as their symptoms are mostly the same as COVID. He also asked states and union territories to undertake weekly death audits to assess the determinants of death, such as age differentials, comorbidities, late reporting to hospital, and clinical protocols that were followed. This will help identify challenges to be addressed and will facilitate effective case reporting and ensure timely and required medical interventions. President Ramnath Kovind today administered the oath of office to G.C. Murmu as Comptroller and Auditor General of India at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Murmu had stepped down as a Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir earlier this week. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi were also present on the occasion. Detailed examination is on in the passenger flight crash that occurred last evening in Kozhikode Airport in Kerala that claimed 18 lives as per official data. Over 160 persons were left injured, many with serious injuries. Heavy rain and adverse weather is being considered as a contributory factor for the accident. The Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri, Minister of State External Affairs Muralidharan had visited the site of the crash and took stock of the situation. Mr. Puri held consultations with senior civil aviation officials and professionals. He said Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau AAIB is conducting investigations. Air India Express flight that was part of Vande Bharat mission carrying 191 passengers including crew from Dubai skipped off the tabletop runway while landing at Karikpur Airport, Kozhikode in Kerala late evening at 7:41 p.m. yesterday. The plane, after skidding from runway crash, landed nearly 35 feet below and split into two pieces. Assistant Professor of Manipuri Department, Manipur University, Dr. N. Sanatomba said the state government, CSOs and students' organizations should extend full solidarity to demand of Manipuris in Assam to enlist Manipuri language as associate official language of Assam. Speaking exclusively to Impact News Today, Dr. N. Sanatomba said Manipur and Assam are closely associated neighboring states. He asserted that Manipuri diasporas in Assam were recognized as indigenous people by the Assam government on 1956, following which Manipuris in Assam has been learning Manipuri language since 1963. However, failure to enlist Manipuri language as associate official language of Assam, Manipuris in Assam are facing inconveniences in appearing competitive exams conducted by the Assam government. Consecutively, the Manipuri diaspora started learning other languages, which led to slow disappearance of Manipuri language from Assam. Dr. N. Sanatomba said, acknowledging the efforts of Manipuris in Assam while inclusion of Manipuri language in the 8 schedules of India, everyone in the state should extend solidarity to the current demands of Manipuri diasporas in Assam.
8 schedule da central language amana Manipuri masak khangibada Assam gi Manipuri praja singna especially Manipuri students singna laukiba thodang ado ekhoi ngasi ningsingpham thoi aduna maram oiraga ngasi ekhoi gi to Manipur da based awa ngan ba civil society organizations sing loan me ki damta leriba loop sing Manipur ki student organizations singna haujik se Assam gi Manipuri people sing sentiment choiba thamoi choiba sida ekhoi na makhoi gi Mating pangba makoi thonap I not piba maram chaba aningba se thungana na bokona bagi matamado thillabani Assam lengak ani gi marakta leinari ba mari adugi dong sabdo loraga haiba lengak sinasu asigamba Manipuri language asisu associate language moina masak khangbiyo uina khundarak laba indigenous people oiriba Assam gi Manipuri praja sing asibu nungsibiu haidana haijaba amsung pressure piba gi batamado ekhoi khudimaki thodangni
Manipur Organic Mission Agency MOMA collected vegetables from farmers of Taubul in Oinam today. Oinam MLA cum chairman of Manipur Khadi and Industries Board L. Radhakishore also paid an inspection visit to the undertakings by members of Organic Producer Company Limited under MOMA. Speaking to media, MLA L. Radhakishore lauded the initiatives of MOMA and assured to construct a storage room at the earliest.
Lockdown tokibana maram oiraga ngasi akoina putholiba cha insang singa se manama singa se akoi chaba phangdaba paisa lerga su leiba phangdaba mayam ama leire Manipur gi jaga da especially akoi sohor de di manama sing leiba nate akoi Delhi gi di akoi nomogi chak hakta chabe ade insang hai besima akoi darkar leiba akoi mafam se leiba praja sing sidi adun insang ne hen depend tawi ngasi kari insang thongado bano hainari bane adugumba insang sing adu putholiba praja sing da akoina wahandana makoi da akoina ngamama kai mateng pangaga makoi gi income dusu lehalaga gamena mamana adoga akoi Mapang singna punna honamina basida matiang pangbiu amadi masida sojok pibiu haidana aigi side ga.
Speaking to media, one farmer appreciated the cooperation extended by the government in such tough time.
Saise June badi jaraga su June bada lakpo kangbu duga nangauda bagi awaba andagi laina sina di henjilakpani nako akoina laiba mi singdo kari lamdai no kai dai no khangda bagi maram dagi laina se lanchil lakadra ki ba ne posi ju pallaga mangi jawba adu yon dabdi adamine na June base ngasi poma ngasillaga lakpasida yam thare akoi gi thoiba potok mo yoin pubi bane.
Manipur Organic Mission Agency MOMA made fresh vegetables available to public at MOMA Organic Outlet in Sanjanthong from 8 a.m. until afternoon today. Such step was taken up as all locality-based retail shops dealing with essential commodities are allowed to open in all districts from 8 a.m. to 12 noon on all days except Sundays. People maintained social distancing norms and wore face masks while buying goods at the organic outlet. Taubal District VDF Welfare Association today extended financial aid to the family members of late BDF Kaisham Akash, who was posted at Yaripok Police Station. The association, under the supervision of Taubal District Police SP Dr. S. Bomcha, along with Yaripok Police Station SDPO OC, handed over the amount to the wife of late Kaisham Akash. Speaking to media, the association General Secretary Hidam Jeevan said the association has been extending possible aid to those who are in need from the district welfare fund. Asserting that the government has not extended any aid to the fund till date, he appealed authorities concerned to look into the matter. Residents of Sekmai, Kainam and Kurkul carried out protest demonstration against acquisition of more land at their area as compensation of previously acquired land is yet to be declared. The residents said an area of 104.32 acres of land acquired by 57 Mountain Division Laimakong Military Station has not been compensated so far. Speaking to media, President of Sekmai Protection Committee Angom Rajan said fencing were done at lengths, including 10 grazing ground in Sekmai, Kaingam and Kurkul, 10 grazing ground by army personnel earlier. He opposed a further acquisition of a 2,000 meters wide and breadth area of land. He added the areas are the source of livelihood for people of the area. Angom Rajan recalls that High Court of Manipur even forbade acquisition of land at the area.
Semai lam 59.41 acres amaso Indian Oil Company Limited ki gas bottling plant siam na bitong tai koi katok sakre unamak ase mang khrabagi matung asida amuk ka makata na koi ki kungang sing asida ki lam loksin ma haibasi koi kungang sing ase ki praja sing ki human right kumat pani ana lawjida ngamde Masi kai khumna jaraba Manipur ki High Court ki double bench na su lamsing se lawba yaroi haibagi order ama 2018 da order ama thokrabani adu kumba ki order adu laina court pui kai court ki hukumbo ikai khumna dana hariba lamsing asibo amona makhata na loksin ki gani hariba kongom masi thu matam da handok piduna mari rena basinga appeal tawjari.
Universal Friendship Organization UFO condoled the untimely demise of ex-Special Duty Commander cum spokesperson of the organization, Huidrom Naukomba Mitei, on August 6. UFO eulogized the works of Huidrom Naukomba Mitei. Amuko, in a press release, condoled the untimely demise of Z. Zungsel Koireng, who was also an active member of Amuko and represented the Koireng community in various issues. The Roop Mahal Theatre in press release informed that the play Bir Tikendrajit, which is being showcased every year on August 13 since 1959 at Roop Mahal Theatre as state play, will be cancelled for this year due to the COVID-19 situation. Those films production Lungdeng New 3 Cookies visual album presented by Thanglin Hao Guite, Kanahel Palau was released today. The event was held at the residence of producer of Impact TV Cookie channel, Khailung Khongsai. Producer and director of the video album is also Khailung Khongsai. Actors are Khailung Khongsai and Sylvia Ching Kipgen. KSO Okrul Lekhogin Kipgen and Okrul ADC member Zamkholet Khongsai also attended the event. Now the sports news. 16 athletes from Manipur were included among the 258 players shortlisted for Mission Olympic for India. It may be mentioned that 258 athletes were shortlisted in 12 sporting disciplines by the Sports Authority of India SAI Mission Olympic Cell, who will be part of the Target Olympic Podium Scheme Developmental Group. M. Jemson was included among the 34 athletes shortlisted in archery, Mairaba Luwang among 27 athletes shortlisted in badminton, Sana Chanu, N. Baby, Roji Sana Chanu, T. Sanamacha Chanu, S. Barun and Mohammad Imtiaz Khan among 36 athletes shortlisted in boxing. L. Ronaldo, K. James and Y. Rojit among 4 athletes shortlisted in cycling. L. Jagadish, Vilas Singh, C.H. Linthoy and S. L. Sanathoy Chanu among 11 athletes shortlisted in judo. T. Priyadarshini and S.H. Bidyarani among 16 athletes shortlisted in weightlifting. 16 athletes have been shortlisted in athletics, 7 in table tennis, 70 in shooting, 14 in swimming, 5 in rowing and 18 in wrestling. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports Minister will also provide a monthly out-of-pocket allowance of 25,000 rupees to each athlete. All Manipur Football Association in a press release informed that a workshop on Golden Baby League will be held on online Zoom apps on August 13 from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. The association notified interested candidates to get the details from the association office. Pakistan is leading by 244 runs in the first Test match played between England and Pakistan in the ICC Test Cricket Championship. In the first match played at Old Trafford Cricket Ground, Pakistan won the toss and chose batting first and scored 326 runs in the first inning with 10 wickets. Shan Masood scored 156 runs. England scored 219 runs with 10 wickets in their first inning and John Pope scored 62 runs. Pakistan has scored 137 runs in their second innings. Pakistan will continue to play for their second innings on the fourth day today. England and Pakistan will play 3 test matches in the ICC Test Cricket Championship. International Cricket Council has confirmed that the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2020 that was postponed due to COVID-19 will be held in Australia. India will host the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2021 as planned. Cricket's governing body has also decided to postpone the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup 2021 in New Zealand till February-March 2022 because of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic has had on cricket globally. The format of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2021 will remain as it was for 2020, and all teams that qualified for that event will now participate in India in 2021. A new qualification process will be run for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2022. The format of the postponed ICC Women's Cricket World Cup will remain as it was for 2021. 5 teams have already qualified for that event and that will stay in for 2022. The original global qualification event to determine the final 3 teams to contest the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup was scheduled to be held in Sri Lanka in July 2020, but this was postponed due to COVID-19. The qualification event will now be held in 2021. And before we wrap up, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Manipur reports 169 fresh COVID-19 confirmed cases today. Tally of confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur reaches 3,635. Primary Health Center at Laimapokam has been sealed until further notice after 4 doctors and 1 nurse tested positive for COVID-19. India reports 61,537 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Their toll reaches 42,518. And 16 athletes from Manipur included among the 258 players shortlisted for Mission Olympic for India. That's all we have for today. Thanks for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news updates, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Until then, good night.
Pandit din